All right, back here for another episode. In today's one, I want to talk about purchasing off the secondary market. So, if you're going to make any purchases, particularly on eBay, these are the common mistakes you don't do or you learn from my experiences, which I'm about to share today. So, number one, when you do reply to someone, make sure you do ask for full transparency. You do ask for images, corners. You do ask whether you're buying sealed or single products. You make sure you ask for extra photos because one, I should have known. The first red flag was they used the stock image and they listed brand new in my situation, but I didn't. It was my due diligence, and I accept accountability for this. But I didn't ask for extra photos, and so when I had received the package, I had noticed a small little tear and rip in my Blooming Waters 151. So obviously I'm very annoyed. There's nothing I can do about it. I had spoken to the guy privately in the DMs and he said either to return it. And I said, look, mate, it's not really about me having to return it to you. It's more so I would have appreciated the full transparency in it. So if you had just been honest and just let me know instead of just trying to make a quick sale, maybe you wouldn't have gotten a bad review or maybe you wouldn't have upset a customer. So I think it just goes a long way just to be genuinely honest about things when you do sell it, because you have to think of it in the other person's shoes. Like how would you want to be treated? You know what I mean? How would you expect to receive this? Do you want the person to be pissed off when they receive the box, or do you then want them to open it with a smile on their face? That the packaging was really good, that there was a nice little note in there saying thank you, Merry Christmas, or something along those lines. Just a small little note and message really goes a long way. But instead, I got really shitty looking at a box that had a rip that the guy didn't transparently inform me. So that's one thing I want to share with you today. Just make sure you do ask for extra photos and you do double check it and you don't assume looking at a stock photo that it is good. So, all right, have a breather, Lucas. Have a breather. All right. The next thing is that shits me on buying off secondary market is an experience that I had purchased upon auction, and when you win it, the person on the other end, the seller, ends up canceling, labeling as out of stock or it's damaged, but only within less than 24 hours to relist the item for a higher price. And so this really annoyed me because obviously I had bought it fair and square and under what I thought was a good price, but obviously to the seller he must have been maybe wasn't happy with it. I don't know the full context on his end. We've had no comms. I've just left him a review. And honestly, it's the same thing. Just like, if you get it at a loss, just see it as goodwill. You know what I mean? Just repay it back. This place and hobby that we're in right now, it's all about sometimes, doing a good deed. And if you get it for under the price that you're after, you just have to cop that sometimes, and it is what it is. And so, just be a good person and just be authentic, be genuine, and just be true to it. So if that's what it sells for, that's what it sells for. You know what I mean? But instead, to have to go around this and be a head fuck for myself and for him, it ended up costing both of us time, energy. And he ended up receiving a bad review as a result of this. So it's like, just don't fuck around with this stuff. You know what I mean? If you don't want to list it for the auction price, just put it as a buy it now price and just let it sit there. You know what I mean? Instead of having auction for an underpriced amount and be pissed off or annoyed about that. So these are some of my pet peeves, especially buying off secondary market. And these are my experiences that I've had in the month of December that I want to share and put up on this video. So I'm not sure if you have any of this or can relate. I'm obviously new to this Pokemon hobby, so buying this is still, I'm accountable. I acknowledge that this is partly my mistake too, and these are some of the lessons I'll take going forwards so that these won't happen to me again. But these people in the secondary market do exist as well. Not everyone's a good, genuine person, and some people are going to try and I wouldn't say scam you, but some people try and make or squeeze every dollar out of it And some people just aren't full transparent, and these are the people you got to deal with. So just be careful out there. Make sure you do your due diligence once again, okay? And don't make the same mistakes as I made. So I want to share that with you and leave it at that. What'll be a 5-minute video? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one.